All right. Okay, Gopal.
So tell me about your telescope.
See, this is the difference between the person who has been on TV.
It's a 50-meter diameter telescope, radio telescope. So 50 meter, just to give you a scale. Just to give you a scale of things. It's an Olympic-sized swimming pool, right? And so it's in the country of Mexico. For Mexico, this is by far the biggest scientific project they've ever done. And so it's a telescope with a pretty ambitious agenda. The agenda is that it should detect the first galaxies that formed after the Big Bang. And so these galaxies are very, very far away. And the light from them is attenuated by the intervening medium a lot. So you have to, the signal that you pick up on Earth is very feeble. So you need
Why Mexico?
Why Mexico? I'm coming to that in a minute. It's you need a very large collecting area. And the wavelength that we observe for this telescope is in the millimeter wavelength. So the wavelength of the photons is about a millimeter in size. And so these wavelengths that comes at these radiation, at these frequencies, is attenuated by the Earth's atmosphere. And the more water vapor there is, the more attenuation, so the more signal you lose.
Yeah.
So you want to try to get more of the signal, so you go as high above the Earth's atmosphere as you can. It would be ideal to put it in space or on the moon, but those are expensive.
Yeah.
You know, to put a 50-meter diameter telescope on the ground is hard enough. And so the choice we do is we choose very high mountain sites because mountainous sites are way above the Earth's atmosphere already. So the water vapor is a heavy molecule, so it settles down. So the higher up you go, there's less water vapor. So the column of air above you has less water vapor. So that's the thing.
It could be in anywhere.
It could be anywhere in the world, but you want to be dry, typically dry site. I mean, you could put it in Himalayas, but the problem is the Himalayas are in pretty much semi-tropical India, so it tends to have a lot of moisture. So it could be in the South Pole. That's a great site for it because South Pole is bone dry, and it's a 10,000 foot elevation. In fact, there are telescopes there. In fact, I've been to the South Pole and installed instruments there. It's a great site. For Mexico, this is a extinct volcano on top of this the 15,000 foot mountain. And line of sight, at just about less than a mile and a half away, is this 18,000 foot volcano, which is dormant. So we're always living at the kind of it's a cusp of danger there. But you know it's been this particular volcano, which is at 18,000 feet, is a mountain called Pico de Orizaba, and that's been dormant for 500 years. So our hope is that next 30 years it will stay quiet.
We should take next Thanksgiving. We should do it over there.
Yeah, that would be great. So it's a fantastic site, and it's a so we build in my lab. I build the radio receivers put on these telescopes from Amherst, right?
But there's other universities collaborating.
Sure. No, this is nothing to do with Amherst.
No. Other universities.
Oh yeah. The Mexican
Can you
university.
sugarcoat this a bit?
The Mexican university is our sister institution there. There's a university there.
So it's UMass Amherst.
UMass Amherst, and so as it works out because of the funding cycles, where UMass Amherst is collaborating with the country of Mexico. So for UMass, this is by far the biggest scientific project. Mexico, it's a big scientific project. So and it ends up being exciting. So the kind of instruments I've been building have been to detect these very, very far off galaxies. The very first galaxies are formed after the Big Bang. And we collect light from them, analyze it, and we're able to not only see the light from them, but analyze the molecular gas content and say something about how the gas is swirling in this, how they're collapsing, what's happening for the first stars that formed in these galaxies, those kind of things. So that's cool. It's very exciting. So.
Have you given a TED talk?
No.
You should.
We should talk about LGBT rights over there.
Yeah. Well,
you know, for Facebook, this is way too loud.
Oh, yeah, that's true actually. So now we have to ask Parmesh some questions about what was he talking about the radius, Parmesh? Let's see if you're paying attention to. You were like just
I don't know.
awestruck.
Yeah. No, he was talking about radius. He was talking about the diameter.
Very funny. Very funny.
And 50 meters.
50 meters.
Is that true?
Yeah, 50 meters.
Okay, I rest my case.